Hey y'all, we gonna do it live. Yeah, we on time. We're here. It's a 4 o'clock shadow, episode 530, down but not out, going for broke. I'm in campaign mode. I hope you are too. Uh, Dave from Genuine Comics coming in here. Animation. Woo! Yeah, done by Pedro. Yeah, last year. Uh, Very cool. Yeah, take your existing art and make it move. We like that. How you doing, Dave? Dave's uh, Dave's one of the few creators like myself creating a universe of his own of characters. I like it. I like it. Strong character designs. How's it going? It's Lemons in the house, smoking. See, I get because I guess they start with S. Smoking Wraith and Shadowhawk talks confused, even though Shadowhawk's my co-host. Shadowhawk, you should have the link on Instagram. Um, don't know why he's late. Maybe the dog's barking. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm in campaign mode. I'm ready to go for the Devil Flyer prequel. I hope. I hope. I need to get with some people and uh, make sure we have everything that we need for the campaign. Trading card picture, everything besides the cover and a few other things. Start uh, gathering it all together. But kind of like my thoughts, kind of jumbled. Shadowhawk says, "Be there in 10 minutes. I sent you a message earlier. Read your text." Well, it's like I've been busy doing research. Other things. I totally forgot that I had to go to the post office today. You launched? No, not yet, Dave. We're gonna have to set up a time. We're probably. I'll let you know. I mean, I'd like to do some stuff on launch day. Maybe we could have a pre-launch show over there on your channel, Dave, before we launch, because I'm going to launch over here on this channel. You are like a married couple sometimes. Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe so. Uh, yeah, I've just been kind of gathering my thoughts about all that I need to do. Uh, go to the printers, and then of course today I got a text saying that yeah, you're going down in flames. You're have a happy winter. I think it read season's over, something like that. Season's officially over. So out of a job. Last time I worked was like end of last month, which sounds a lot longer than it was. About 2 weeks, a little less than 2 weeks. As long as I know on time, we could arrange something. Yeah, I want to give you a heads up. Haven't set a hard date yet on the launch date. I was thinking, November 2nd for my birthday, but that falls on a Thursday, and I'd like to do it maybe on a weekend, maybe that Saturday, maybe the 4th. I don't know. Are weekends better for you, Dave? I don't know. Uh, I don't know when you stream. I mean, I get notifications and whatnot when you do, but as far as knowing what time, hey, Tree Goblin. Uh, so yeah, I'm getting ready to launch the prequel. We're going to be working on it this week, and I and Ryan, and we'll we'll get it up as soon as possible with all the bells and whistles. The thing about Fund My Comic, and I was thinking about this earlier today, the thing about Fund My Comic is everything has to be approved. If you add something to the campaign, which you can do that over on Indiegogo. I can't speak to Kickstarter, but you can just add as you go to the campaign. And you can over on Fund My Comic, but everything you add to the campaign has to be approved. Hey, Shadowhawk.
Hey, what's going on there?
Yeah, that's true. Genuine Comics. Genuine says you should take the build up time to get people informed and hyped. Absolutely, for the Devil Flyer launch. Absolutely. I mean, right now, need to be getting the word out that Devil Flyer prequel is going to be launching here pretty soon.
Right. Launch it. Launch it too. Get excited, people.
What do you got going on there? Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me?
You
are? Okay. Well, you sound like you're in a well or a tin can.
Oh, good God, man.
Well, it sounds like you're at a distance. Just a little bit distant.
Well, how is this? Is this better?
Speak slowly and enunciate. That's all I can give you advice at this time.
Does this sound better for you?
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. You know, I won't say perfect, but yeah,
you got no way. Well, there's no echo or anything. Good stuff, right?
No, it'll do, Pig. It'll do. One of my favorite movies, Babe.
I like cut out today, man.
I like Babe. You know. Already on episode 530, my friend.
530, wow.
I know. It seems like yesterday we were celebrating 500.
Yeah, shoot, dude, it wasn't that long ago that I thought, I swear I still remember doing our 400 show.
I know, right? It goes by quick.
That was a pretty good show. I was like,
hey, coming up at the end of December will be 2 years of adding content. It won't be 2 years for the 4 o'clock shadow. That comes a bit later, but 4 months later. But from when I first started putting up content, and you started first tuning in while you commuted. You and Lorenzo and Tree Goblin and a bunch of other people. Slowly, if I got 10 views, I was like, score. 15 views. Oh, I'm going to lose my mind. 20, it just grows, your goals grow and stuff.
Yeah, dude. We
do on average about, sometimes it depends on the day. People are busy. I get it. But now wintertime's coming up. So, I imagine hopefully viewership will tick up, if we learn to juggle. Or do tricks, sleight of hand.
Stupid human tricks. Yeah.
Stupid human tricks, right? Now, Skits is going to join us Saturday for sure. Skits is going to, Karshina and her husband, you said Michael?
Yes, Michael.
Yeah, Michael.
I believe it's Siegenthaler. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Now, they're going to,
together they are.
That's right. We're gonna have them on Saturday. Mike Barron next year.
Dang, scheduling way ahead, all right.
I know, way ahead. Well, some people do, I mean, to get on Red Valkyrie with talking about my book, the prequel book, it'll probably be January or February before I can get it on her show to talk about my book, because they book far ahead, because of course she goes the extra mile and does a costume. So I'd love to see her in a Devil Flyer helmet or something. Yeah,
I'd love to see which character she picks.
Yeah, there's other characters too. She could do Bog. Yeah. I mean, she could do Inner Man. Inner Man would make her look like a Ku Klux Klan without the point. I don't know. Yeah. All white costume, pretty much. That'd be an easy.
Isn't he like glowing though, or no?
Yeah, he can glow.
Oh, okay.
But he doesn't glow all the time.
From the pics the
Yeah.
the drawings I've seen.
Past Master Dan in the house.
Yeah.
Would anyone
Peter
be
Glow.
interested in
Hail,
inexpensive wooden long boxes? For your comic books, Past Master Dan? Shipping's going to be a
Dude, they
beast
weigh
on
enough as they weigh enough as it is.
that. Genuine Dave, if you're
wood.
still there, any suggestions on how I can get the word out, about the prequel book? We'll be launching here in about a half a month or less. Carrie in the house saying, "Hell, gents."
Oi, Carrie.
Dr. Mask will be on with us tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
Talking about some of his favorite comics, and we'll be looking at a lot of his posts that he's put up on Twitter in the past few months of like, he comes up with some great Golden Age comics, and I always like to see one that I actually own in my collection, so we'll get to see a few that I've shown on here, sort of pre-horror books or things like that. And some
I ran into Dr. Mask, I think over at Horror Mike's Jet on the weekend. I ran into it.
Oh, yeah. He goes over Horror Mike. Horror Mike must be mega busy because I just never bump into him anymore. Here pretty soon, I'll be going in some other chats and stuff and reminding people that Devil Flyer be launching. Very, very, very light and sturdy, cheaper than cardboard. I will post a prototype once constructed. Cool. Oh, you're making
cool. Nice.
He's getting inventive. Lorenzo Sleestack in the house.
Cool. Hey, Lorenzo.
You know what that
means?
I'm
still looking for mine. I've got custom made comic display frames that I made while I was had free time in the carpenter's department while I was at the county. I can't find the box, but they're all in. I've been looking.
I'd find me some good lizard representation here from Lorenzo.
Oh, you got quite
had a good inking stream last night with, he drew and colored with Ryan James till early this morning. I guess early this morning.
Wasn't Timmers was on there with you too, wasn't he? Timothy? Oh.
Timothy Olsen was, and Fanta was, yeah.
Yeah. I did I rewatched most of it while I had time today.
Did you? Okay. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I was actually watching the rest of it while I was driving home.
There you go. Now, if that isn't a sexy looking Geico lizard, I don't know what is. He's even got his hand on his hip. Can you call it?
I love you some Geico.
He's got attitude. Stackable and stable. Yeah. Built from a collector's point of view. Cool. I'm intrigued. Apex Comics in the house. Hey, Apex.
Question, Past Master. Could you do the same thing but with short boxes?
Yeah, I'm really into short boxes, Past Master Dan.
They're just easier to deal with. They take up a little less space. You can, they're...
Well, in the long run, it probably takes up more, but they're more portable. And
if you have...
I went from about 45 long boxes, something like that, when I moved in the house to like 250 short boxes.
Cool.
You do multiply, but I've added to my collection since then too, which has been about a decade. So, light.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, he says absolutely. Yeah, I would definitely,
I'm already three long boxes deep. Or not long boxes, 3 short boxes. Deep, just in CG and Alterna, etc. Well, actually 4 because I got the Alterna box too.
I put most of my. I didn't do away with all my long boxes, and some of them look pretty bad. There's 1 or 2 that might even have duct tape on them. I don't know if I originally put duct tape on there, but
Oh, I do that with all my long boxes anyway, like all the seams and stuff, just to reinforce them. Like as soon as I build them, I take the handles and the corners.
There you go, Past Master Dan. There's your first sale. Yes, I will buy wood long box from you. And he says he can do
I'll buy one,
Past
Master, just to check. All right, you can if you can do me a short box, I will gladly see you Tuesday for a short box today.
when I'm done with the prototype, he says I will post plans to build your own dirt cheap, and I will build or send as a kit. Cool.
Oh, cool. Yeah, sending it as a kit's probably the best idea. That'll save you a lot in shipping, Past Master. Because it's not so, because they also charge by bulk.
Don't use balsa wood. Yeah, that was.
Hey,
that was
if you cut balsa wood into the proper shape. No, I'm just teasing. I have no idea.
He says hardwood, 1x1s and hardwood.
Hardwood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he said hardwood. Right. Price for a short box and long box. Well, Apex, he wants all the information yesterday.
That's right.
Man, you shouldn't throw those ideas out unless you got it done, because Apex are like, yeah, what's the price? What's shipping? And I mean, he wanted to know everything. What's it look like? And no, it's not even built yet. Hasn't even done a prototype. They don't know all the information about it.
What are the exact inner and outer dimensions?
He's an
what the lid's going to look like?
Yeah, right. Is it going to have graphics?
Got a million questions for you, Past Master.
Can I get it personalized?
Yeah, can you wood burn titles into it for me?
Past Master.
Ooh, you know what though? That's a pretty cool idea.
I'm working out the material list. So he's working out the material list.
Dude, there's an idea for you. You get the wooden box from Past Master Dan.
Right.
Ship it to Rini. Have her do a custom wood burn on it for you, and send the top back. Whoa,
or at least a piece,
Yeah, or even just a little corner piece or something. I don't care if you don't do the whole thing.
You could put a wood slide-in nameplate or something in there where, that's all you would have to send her. See, I don't know where Rina's located. Do you know where she's at in the United
States? I'm trying to think. I want to say she's like down south somewhere for some reason, like North Carolina, South Carolina, something like that.
Or stickers, yeah. Lid will be wood as well.
Nice. Like it. I want to see this thing. That sounds great.
If it's real smooth,
it's got to be dirty and lightweight.
I don't know how stickers would adhere on wood unless you added a little glue adhesive. But if it was real smooth, if we're talking real smooth, you could put stickers on there, sure.
Well, stickers usually adhere to wood fairly decent, as long as it's not too rough.
You already got that designed, Apex, and how much? Sketch a Fembat helmet symbol on the box.
Yep, okay, I was right. She's somewhere down south. She's in Georgia.
Oh, it lives in Georgia. So
she's by Doc.
Yeah, she's by Doc. Yeah, she could come to the barbecue. That'd be cool.
Oh, dude, fucking let Doc know. He's got to send her an invite, man. She's really. I mean, I don't know where at Georgia she is in comparison to him, but she's in the same damn state.
Yeah.
That would be a hell of a thing, man. You guys could show pictures of Rini at the barbecue. Woohoo!
I'm gonna have to find my killer clown or clown killer original design.
Killer clowns from outer space.
So I can see where how to do the suspenders. I mean, this is going to be a trading card, so it's going to be sit down. I spent a couple hours at least correcting these.
Well, I'm getting the idea here, Bassmaster Dan.
What do you think, Shadowhawk? Should I just leave the suspenders the way they are, or
interesting idea,
or actually put some division line on them, some pattern on the suspenders?
Well, I mean, what were you thinking? Like on the like a typical rainbow,
like in the wide area, just in the wide area, some horizontal lines, or like maybe, you know, close together here, a little bit further apart, close together, further apart, you know, staggered.
Oh, yeah, I got you. Like put some kind of designage into it.
Yeah, and then they would be colored. They would be colored, you know, instead of all one solid colored. I think that's how I had the original design. So,
and I mean, that would be you could almost do like you know, just like little X's all the way across, and then do different colors into the resulting triangles, and make it almost like an Argyle type thing. You know, it would be more clowny, I guess. You know,
yeah,
I don't.
Yeah.
Instead, instead of just
find my original design, and then I'll do that. I'll try and do that. You know, I need to get it finished.
My original thought was like, you know, like Mork from Mork and Mindy, you know, with the rainbow colored suspenders. But now, you know, rainbows are just they're no fun anymore.
Yeah, that's an ideal. Have a button, you know, that says "Have a nice day" on there.
Yeah, do the
smiley.
Yeah, do the smiley from Watchmen with the bullet hole in his head and the blood dripping down. Or you could do Smiley from
you'd probably get sued. You'd get a cease and desist order from DC Comics if you did that.
Really?
You would.
Nah. I went out and won a Halloween costume contest back in like '94 with that. I did a bald wig, painted my whole head yellow, and then did like a super realistic bullet hole with blood coming down all between my eyes and shit. Well, I won like 3 Halloween costume contests that day.
Joinery is key. Absolutely. You don't want it to fall apart. Apex Comics says we'll invite Renee, Fanta, Piper, Mandy, Hen, Carol, Caroline, Margot. Yeah, all those overseas ladies, they're not going to come.
Yeah, they're going to make it from England there, Apex.
Well, it'd be nice to invite them, but like Hen, she hasn't got the money. You know, she doesn't have a job. You know, no way to make it over.
Fanta South, Mandy South. Carol, I'm not sure where Carol's crayons is at.
Was it really?
Margot, the rest of them are all overseas.
Black Hat says the smiley face was invented by Robert Crumb.
Really? I didn't know if anybody knew who invented the smiley face or not.
Shooting for durability that would allow an average guy to stand on it. Wow. Yeah, I mean,
damn, PMD, you're kicking ass, man.
If you can make it sturdy and stackable, I mean, it's interesting.
I like the idea of having it kind of skeletalized too, so that
I mean, you would never have to replace it unless you dropped it or something and broke one.
Just okay. I don't know. I'm going to wait and see the design pass, Master Dan, but you definitely got me intrigued, buddy.
He says built on a minimum rail type of reinforcement like a milk crate.
Right. Which I saw that earlier. That's what got me thinking.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's kind of a skeletalized version of a box, which would keep the weight down and easily add some strength if you do it right. So
you're talking about you could actually see through the sides of it, right? Like slatted, like a milk crate.
That's what I'm thinking from what past Master Dan said, but I'm not sure. So,
right.
So I said I'm waiting to see the design, but I'm intrigued. I don't even know if you can hear me from my.
Well, you know what? You know what he could do? He could do something like that and then have an insert that he puts inside it so that your books are totally enclosed in the box. The insert could be
Sorry,
made
guys.
out of
I got this
a thinner
stupid
wood,
headphone on.
or it could be like cardboard or something. You might think about that, Past Master Dan, if it does have space there. You know, like a you know, where you could actually see through it. Yeah, it would keep the weight down. You might think about an insert putting in the box. Pegboard. Well, pegboard has holes in it though. I don't know that my
That's
comics
okay.
need to breathe. I need to keep them out of the air.
Yeah, you. Well,
and pegboard gets heavy. Pegboard is heavy. You get enough of it. Trust me.
Depending, well,
heavy. When you
can
like
get different
grades. Of an inch pegboard, it's heavy.
Yeah, but you can get real thin stuff too, right?
It's gonna add to the weight.
Again, like I said, Past Master Dan, I will wait to see the designs, but I'm definitely interested.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying. He says you see you said see through.
Rex is a naysayer.
Yeah, I mean, is it a solid wall or will it be like some crates? You know, that has okay. Here's a strip of wood. Here's a space. Here's another strip of wood. But you got a space there.
Where you he said actually... 3/8 of an inch hardboard, which is right. is quality hardboard. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's thicker than what you really.
Is that what you use for flooring? Is that? I mean,
no, hardboard is more like the stuff you use to.
Is it one of those pressed composite hardboard? Is that what hardboard is?
It is, but it's got. Yeah, it's kind of got like a little. I think it's got like a coating on it. Like you can get it anywhere. It's just called hardboard, and they've got different grades of it. I usually get it like if I'm sending artwork or something, I'll cut like a comic book bag, or, you know, size of a board size, you know, 2 pieces, and then smash your book or whatever you're sending in between those 2 pieces. If it's 11 by 17, obviously you would make it a bigger couple of pieces, but it stiffens up your package and it's damn near unbreakable. I mean, you'd have to body slam that shit to crack it.
Yeah, the big old keep on trucking thumbs up on the t-shirts and stuff. Yeah, I knew he did that. I didn't know he did the smiley.
Yeah, that's Crumb. Yeah, I didn't know he did the smiley either.
Intriguing, Past Master Dan. You got us intrigued, and Apex just goes, sold. Send me one. What's the price?
I'm very interested. I'd like to try one out.
Yeah, but I'm like you. I'd like a short box. You know.
Yeah. I'd rather do short box than long.
Yeah.
I'm getting too old for long boxes. PMD, man. I'm too old.
I'm telling you. You know, when I moved my collection, it took me and LZ loading up the truck several times, and with those long boxes, he'd get one end, I would get another, and we you know, took a while to move.
Well, dude, I mean,
45 long boxes stuffed full, you know, heavy.
Yeah. Well, I got around, like I said, I think 15, 16 long boxes, and then I got a couple of short boxes, and then I've got like a stack of these fireproof insulated boxes that I got from one of my old jobs. So they're full of all kinds of my special editions, ash cans, you know, grails, stuff like that. And I don't trust anybody else to move the shit. So every time I move, dude, by the time I move my books, that's like, okay, I'm done for about half a day here. I got to recover. Okay, you know, give me a little time. All right, now we're back to moving again. But yeah, just moving the books, it's a chore.
I know. That's
not even counting my novels and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, in there on the table, I have just to make room. You know, I have like 3 long boxes and they're full of trade paperbacks. Now that I would not
Oh,
try and
those
move
are
those.
heavy as shit,
I
dude.
put those on the table just to sit there because I'm not going to try and move that. That was just to get the trade paperbacks out of the way. You know,
Well,
they're
dude, I mean, you're basically looking at damn near the same thing with a short box full of CG books. I mean, I've got 3 short boxes now, and they weigh just as much as a long box because 90% of the books in there are 48 pages or more.
Yeah. Well, you
know, I
imagine some pretty thick, you know, I don't know, you know, trade paperbacks, filling up one of those.
Mm-hmm.
It's heavy.
Oh, I don't have to imagine. I've got one short box that's filled with just Marvel graphic novels. I've got another.
You don't try and move it, do you?
As little as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Only when I have to.
Apex Comics is a glutton for punishment. He says, I need a long box for workouts. Okay.
Apex is also out of his tiny little mind. We've been on this for a while.
I mean, that's unwieldy. He'll throw his back out, and you know,
we love you, Apex, but you're out of your tiny little mind, my friend.
Yeah. Pastmaster Dan said 3/8 hardboard. 3/8. Not 3/8 is a quarter. A quarter. There we go. Quarter inch.
Quarter inch hardboard. Okay, that makes more sense. 3/8 is little. That's a.
I guess he's talking about numbers. So, I have 30 or 32. I don't know what that. You know, looking at my sad sack of Comic Defense inspired me. Sad stack.
He's probably He's probably talking about long boxes. He's got 30 or 32 of them. Jesus Christ, Pastmaster. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah. You know, I kept my long boxes to put DVDs in, but then some of those long boxes are good for Golden Age comics, extra wide, or magazines. Which
fuck Apex. Where do you find magazine size? Because I've got Mad magazines, I've got Savage Swords, Conan's, I got all kind of stuff that I cannot.
I can get you some. I mean,
you can get those.
You can get magazine size boxes. Yeah, I've got a couple of them, 2 or 3.
I need a bunch of magazine size bags and boards, dude. I can't find them around me, man. I guess I got to just go online.
If you go to online's probably the best, you know.
Yeah, I'm old school, dude. I'd really like to give the business to somebody nearby, you know, like a local comic shop. But fuck, every local comic shop I go to anymore, man, they're nothing but pop heads. They got no supplies for comic books. They barely have any comic books on the shelves. They got no back issues. And so, how can you call yourself a comic shop? That's my first question.
I think it's probably the markup, Shadowhawk. They probably don't like that much on supplies, although that's something, you know, the local comic shop, I think he does it right because he's all in, feet deep. You know, he's the one that I bought that Fantastic Four annual #1 from. He buys his boards in bulk. They're not even shrink wrapped. He buys them in bulk and counts them out he gets a cheaper price, I'm sure. Now, I don't know about Treasury boxes, but they do make Treasury size boards and bags, although most people don't carry them, but you can find them.
Well, dude, you know, my comic shop back in the day, this was, you know, again, probably 1994. The peak of all good things in comic books, right? My guy had everything he could want for trading cards, you know, like every different option from just plastic sleeves to top loaders to the little cool boxes for different size sets, portfolios, everything you could want. Came to books, he had magazine size, he had Silver Age, he had Modern, he had, you know, fucking everything he could want, bags and boards.
Well, he put a lot of money into it then.
Yeah, short boxes, long boxes. But the really cool thing he used to do was if you were a subscription member, when everything came in, he would go through, pull the best books, bag them, board them, put them into your pull list every month.
Oh yeah.
Shit. But
Yeah, I
he
mean,
also
I had a file
used to do for newbies.
Mm-hmm.
He always had like a full long box up by the register that was a bag and a board, empty, so that if you bought a book off the shelf that wasn't it was, because certain ones he would bag and board when he put them out on the new comic shelf, other ones weren't.
Right.
And if you didn't have a pull list, they weren't automatically bagged and boarded. So if you got up to the counter and you needed a bag and board, you're like, oh man, I need a bag and board for this book. He would just pull one out of that long box, and it was like, I don't know, 10 or 15 cents. That's back in the day. Now, say, nowadays it would probably be like 50 cents. Well, here you go, bag and board.
I bought some to send ash cans in, and 25 cents. And I checked at the other place.
Well, I don't know.
25 cents.
I may have over exaggerated for inflation, Rex. I'm just saying. Nowadays, I know it would be more than 15 or 10 or whatever it was.
Right. I got you.
But it's nice to have that option that your comic guy cares enough. Hey, dude, you want a bag and board for that? Because you look like you really like it. And you're like, how do I do that? And he's like, here you go.
Have you got insurance? Because this is going to cause whiplash.
Sorry about that. Was that your eye?
Yeah, crack that whip.
I'm crying over here now.
Yeah.
That's right. You're crying because you're overcome with emotion about how awesome your comic book buying experience was. Now get out of here, kid.
I'm so sad, Shadowhawk, that your Octagon piece, since you just had to be so different and request a Salamandroid from Ryan, will not be published in this new book. But my piece will be.
Oh, but guess what, Rex? My Sunset piece that Ryan is also doing for me, I believe. I requested a Sunset piece from him. Probably will be.
Oh, and what is Sunset? Is that one of his characters?
Yeah, Sunset's the girl that eats the baby Leviathan.
Okay.
The bad girl.
She blows.
Oh, I gotta talk to Ryan. I don't know if I ever paid him for that yet. Fuck. I gotta talk to Ryan.
So that was an extra commission, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the one I told. Oh, you know what? No, I haven't paid him for that yet because I asked him if he would do it. He said yes, and I told him to wait a couple of weeks because I wanted to make sure I got caught up with everybody.
Yeah, you'll have to get back with him on that. He'll probably be ready to do it.
Yeah, I still and that's gonna be cool, man. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, supplies are a collector's an important part of collectors, but thing it is for me. I've went in and I've said to new comic shop owners, it's like, as long as you keep comic book supplies in, I'll be coming by, because often that's all I come in for. And
I've told comic shops around here that too. I was like, hey, are you good with keeping supplies? Oh yeah, dude, I've always got bags and boards. I had one little shop up here, and the guy was good. I could always go, find at least one stack of bags, one stack of boards, if I desperately needed some.
Yeah.
And fucking, he went out of business 8 months ago, dude. So another one bites the dust.
I know it's hard to find a good local comic book shop, and if you do find one, support it. Keep them in business as long as possible. And give. I mean,
I don't know.
I had a caveat to that. As long as you carry affordable supplies, because the guy would carry supplies, but it was ridiculous. The pricing on it, ridiculous.
Well, yeah, and I mean, if you decide to carry like the the fancy plastic comic book boxes with the dividers and the name tags, and that's all you've got, you don't have cardboard ones, then yeah, you're probably not going to sell a lot.
Dude, those boxes that are printed now with the designs on them, that's fully printed with the lid printed and everything, $15 now. $15? Hell no.
I know, dude. It's crazy. I bought one of. Dude, I bought one of the alternative ones.
2 short boxes? I don't think so. I'll go broke trying to keep up with 30,000 comics, which most of them are bagged and boxed, but I mean already. But no, just give me the plain Jane white box. That'll be fine. I don't have to go the expensive route,
I'm fine.
I went to Jackson over there at if you're ever in Jackson, Tennessee, I highly recommend going to Comics Universe. She's been in business for over 30 years. Is she the best? No, but you can get some deals there. And she was selling her, I'm sure short boxes have went up since last year, but I bought a bunch. I bought like 18 or 19 short boxes from her. I think it was 16. I bought 16, $6 a piece. Hell yeah, I loaded up.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's a good price.
That's a good price. And you know what?
Yeah, I'd pay that for short boxes all day, dude.
As long as it's early enough in the day, she can call them and have from Nashville to there.
Damn.
Because she goes through Southern, which is good, solid supplies, has been for a long time. She can have next day. She can have it in next day. If she doesn't have it the day you go in, she'll have it next day. I don't think the markup must, I don't know, because the markup must not be that much on supplies. That's why a lot of people don't carry it, but supplies is key, man. If you're going to have a comic book shop, you need to be, like you say, you need to order, one small order. And I don't know if they have a minimum or what, but I would check around. And not all supplies are equal. I've gotten some very bad supplies that I can't, I mean, when it comes to bags, use some of the boards, you don't want to use because it might have a line or an imperfection to the board. You don't want that up against your book because that's automatically asking to have your book pressed after it's been.
Dude, I walked into my one local shop that it used to be my regular shop like 20 years ago, and I walked in and the little blue-haired girl with all the nose rings and shit behind the counter.
Yeah.
Oh, can I have you? Yeah, honey, do you carry top loaders for 11x17 original art? What? A top loader? What's a top? Fuck. All right, never mind.
Apex Comics has put in his order for a Marvel Treasury Edition, which also will fit those DC books as well. There are some great DC books out there. I had a couple of them around here.
Oh, a Treasury Edition size Past Master Dan box?
Box, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was going to ask him about that. I don't have enough for a box, so I've only got like 3 Treasury.
They're hard to take care of.
I've only got like 3 Treasury size editions, dude, and they're like, I never know how to store them. I have a really hard time.
17 by 11 Past Master Dan, they're big,
They're bigger than 17 by 11, dude. They're bigger.
Editions down here to show.
Here, I got one handy, Rex. Hold on.
Yeah,
I was doing some organizing.
Well, there's one right there, Superman and Wonder Woman, but it's over in the corner.
Yeah, here, I was doing some organizing the other day. I got one handy.
Okay. Maybe you measure that, dude. Get your tape measure.
Yeah, maybe. If I can find my tape measure.
They're big. They're probably sending.
This is a cool one, dude.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
No, not quite. I would say they're probably.
Oh, he's going to guesstimate for you, Passmaster Dan.
I'm just because I don't have a tape measure handy, Rex. But I got a fucking Treasury Edition in my hand and 11 by 17 on my wall, so I can make a pretty good guess.
Hey, Shadowhawk,
they're probably be 12 by 14 if I was
always
to make
have one handy, dude.
Oh, dude. I always do at work, dude. I'm at home. I'm trying to.
I have to have this to prove to the women I am at the right length.
You
here, hold it up to the screen. I'll measure it for you.
Let me borrow your tape measure real quick.
Here you go.
I gave one to my marketing manager because she does most of my shipping. See? Shut up.
Gable Penny Shot in the house saying, "Evening, boys."
And I guarantee you I'm going to be right, Rex. It's...
Oh, Apex is not home.
Treasury Edition is 10 inches wide. No, that can't be right. Hold on. That looks like way more than 10 inches.
Oi, Savaloy. That's all I'm saying.
Nope. 10 inches wide.
Okay. Well, that's...
By...
You know, that's... Huh? 10 inches wide?
Yep. 10 by 13 and a half. So they're not quite original art set.
Can we see your Treasure Edition? Which one you're measuring?
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Cool. That's a nice one.
It's the same exact size as Spider-Man.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to mute you. Why did I hit mute? Unmute. Okay. Now I want to embiggen.
Okay.
That's
They're the exact same size as Superman.
What the hell?
Muhammad Ali, Superman, Spider-Man, and Star Wars. The only other Treasury sizes I have.
Oh, John Buscema cover, Gorilla cover.
First time in
color. Yeah.
Full color. You get to see the blood, people.
That's nice.
Hold on. Let me show you.
Toys around.
Because it
Who
comes
does the
in
interior artwork? Is it Ernie Chan or?
I think that's Romita as well. Let me check.
Romita?
Not Romita, Buscema. Sorry, Buscema.
Hey, Eric.
Yeah, the first one I'm showing you here is John Buscema.
10 by 14, he says. Yeah, you'll have to allow a little bit more room, you know, for the books to be put in there. You'll have to go a little bit bigger than what the actual book is.
Yeah, they're a little big.
Yeah, they're big.
But,
they're hard to take care of. That's why if you get one in, you know, if you get one
look
in.
at that. Oh, Conan just takes his arm at the shoulder. Ah! And he drops his sword. Oh, are you going to have mercy? Yeah, here's your mercy, bitch. Bam! Right in the kidneys. And then, kablam! And he just keeps on hacking.
Mm-hmm. Who did the artwork?
This first story is John Buscema.
With Alicia, what's his name? Inker?
Alfredo Alcala.
Yeah, I never can say his name, but I can tell his style.
You never can say his name, but you know what it is.
I know what its stuff looks like, yeah.
Yeah, so basically, 10 by 14.
I got that.
So I was right. I said 12, but whatever.
I never can say his name. I think he did some work for DC on ARAC, didn't he? ARAC, Son of Thunder.
Alcala? Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. I have every ARAC and the one annual they came out with.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I only found a couple of those, but I think that was
I've got a
still a while I was scanning the spinner rack.
I invested heavily in A-Rack. Don't ask me why. I mean, I think I was getting them about $1 a piece from this one person. I loaded up.
Alfredo sauce.
Yeah. What was the first appearance of A-Rack?
Got me.
Well, it wasn't A-Rack number 1. That was the second appearance because he was in one of those 16 pagers. You know, the 16 page preview, kind of like they did the new Teen Titans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, he had one of those?
Yeah. Yep. Garcia
I had no idea.
Awesome. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Garcia Lopez is the one that did that Batman versus Hulk Treasury edition that I used to have.
Oh, yeah. That's sweet, dude. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'll throw out some bags, but boards, I'll keep the boards. If they're stained in acidy or something, maybe not, but I can always sandwich those between other boards and put them on the ends of the boxes. I mean, I rarely throw those things away. If nothing else,
yeah, you can always use them for filler on the end of a box. Nothing wrong with that.
A-Rack was in Jonah Hex? I don't think so. Not that I remember.
Yeah, no, I don't. I saw that and I was like, I'm gonna leave that one to Rex because I'm not sure, but I don't remember that.
Alfredo Alcala.
Hey, what are you, Alfredo?
I can remember Alfredo because of Alfredo sauce. Thanks, Eric. Ernie Chan
I'm smart too.
But you can tell his stuff, his inking style. But most inkers you can. I mean, they're gonna change the piece. If I had a drawing by pick your artist. I don't care. And you had Ernie Chan or Terry Austin or Joseph Rubinstein. I mean, you could tell the difference between those three, or somebody like who inked Frank Miller stuff, Daredevil stuff. Golly, I can't remember his name. Oh, Klaus Janson. If you had Klaus, Janson, he doesn't look as refined as, say, Bob Light.
I always go to like Lee Weeks, man. I like the Lee Weeks a lot on Daredevil, but maybe that's just me.
Well, I was talking to inkers, but yeah, I like it. Lee Weeks on Daredevil. Used boards are great for sketching. Yeah, I have a flash done on a board. I've done work on boards. I know another artist. He may have gotten out of the habit, but Peter Samedi, he does a lot on comic book boards. Why not? It's acid free. You got a matte or a slick side, most depending on the brand. Some brands have the slick side on both sides. Most of them do not. You want to put your comic on
most of them only coat the one side.
But I use both, and I flip my boards, from time to time. Dan Green inks, yeah. There's some people that like Dan Green, some don't. Dan Green always kind of fell with me, but I mean, it was okay. Dan Green did some stuff on Avengers. That's what I remember him from. I think he's done some stuff on Doctor Strange and other books.
I think he did a little bit of X-Men even. I think he worked on X-Men a little bit too.
Well, I love that Apex. That's good to hear, Apex, but is he available? He's like, oh, I'm going to hire Peter once I save my money. And is he going to be available? Has he agreed to that? No. I mean, so we can dream all day. He'll probably do it for you. Okay. I'm not saying that he's unattainable, but he may say, I'm kind of too busy, doing retro.
Yeah, he's got his own project, and I know he's,
yeah, and he's not streaming much, if at all, because he's working on retro.
No,
he's a busy guy.
He's been working on retro, and then he's also been doing a lot of.
He takes off. You may not be able to get him. I'm just saying.
Well, he's been doing a lot of his own, just experimenting.
I'm just saying, don't assume you can hire somebody.
Whatever. Okay.
But he hasn't done my wraparound cover yet. But I'm not pressed him. I told him he wouldn't need it till March, and now I won't even need it then. Be moved on down the line. I talked to Peter in the past. Okay. Well, now, whenever he's free, yeah. Well, he kicked himself or got disgusted. Yeah, I mean, you could anchors. You can tell. I mean, they can make or break artists. You want to keep that lively energy going on in the work. That's the main thing. And I suppose you're going to kind of ink, you're going to, just like an artist, you're going to ink like you think. You can quote me on that. Of course, with inking, you're solidifying the image and you're for print and, you're dealing with a lot of factors, line weights, to keep that energy in the drawing. You don't want to kill that, and there's a lot of ways there. I mean, Sean Gordon Murphy is going to be a lot different to ink than, say, Bob Layton, as an artist, because he draws. Yeah, I loved his Hercules limited series in the 80s. And that was the first thing he wrote, drew, and probably inked, all together. That was his first thing. He posted about that not too long ago, that was his first time to actually write something. Love that. That's when I really enjoyed Hercules. It was fun. It, had a lot of humor in it. I think you'd agree with that, wouldn't you, Shadowhawk? That the Hercules limited series by Bob Layton was a lot of fun in the 80s.
No.
You wouldn't? Okay.
I don't know.
I'll tell you another good Hercules that turned me on to Great Morrow. That 3-issue Great Morrow Hercules. What, did you get disgusted, or did the phone just give out?
A little about. You're just talking all over the top of me. I was trying to say one little thing, and it's all.
I was. I'm sorry, Shadow. I did.
No, it's fine. Now you get the angry shadow. Now you get the angry shadow icon. That's all.
Now I'm called the vengeance down on my
head. You
head.
see it? Yeah. Now you see me staring at you, bitch.
To be perfectly honest, no, I don't. But I feel.
Look to your left.
I feel a couple of holes drilled in my head like Trigon eyes.
Look to your left, Rex. My icon is staring at you.
Oh well, I can fix that.
I know.
But you know what? I learned the other day when I put, because Jimmy Reyes was looking over this way. So he was looking away from me on screen. So I put him over there where he would be looking at me.
It didn't look like he was looking at you. There you go.
But you know what? There's certain things when you're in that position I can't do. I have to be in that lead position to be able to do certain things in StreamYard.
When you want to bring it up on StreamYard, really?
So I would try to bring something up on screen and couldn't do it because he was in the, like when I.
You know what? Maybe that's how. Maybe that's how
him up and not me.
Right. But maybe that's how you. That's probably how you give somebody control, right? Like when you go take over for a minute, I'm going to go do something.
Yeah,
you just move them into your. Yeah, you move them into your spot, and then they're like in the captain's seat, right?
Right. See, now if I am trying to embiggen myself, look what happened.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm looking good there. Hey.
See, it won't embiggen me.
Oh, wait, that's
you. I actually have to go up here to the 3 dots and put solo to do that, which is, because you're switching positions. Yeah.
Right. Cool. Hey, good to know. I had no
weird. I had no clue till
it
Jimmy
is
Reyes.
A little weird, yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. It's like, wow. I went to embiggen myself, and Jimmy got real big.
But I kept wondering because they tell you in StreamYard, like once you give somebody moderator status and then whatever on your channel, like because we wanted to do that for me, but it's just not available while I'm on my phone.
No, you get on your laptop, you'll be able to do that because I've already given you.
I'm working on it, dude. I found the table for my little hole in the wall yesterday. I got it up there. I just got
like a little
room made.
Like a little hoe.
I have a little stream closet basically that I'm gonna be a
stream closet.
I'll have quiet. I won't have kids around and dogs around and cats and fucking all kinds of other crazy. I'll still have outside noises, I'm sure.
You'll have motorcycle chickens.
Motorcycle chickens?
Yeah, because you got chickens next to you, you got motorcycles next to you, and you got thin walls, I guess.
Dude, I got a brick house. It's just
he's got a brick house. Oh,
I live a couple of blocks right off of like Main Street downtown in a tiny little town. So the yards are the size of postage stamps.
Well, it doesn't matter if you live in a titanium steel house. Well, maybe underground, but.
Well, if I had a fucking couple of acres around me, I wouldn't have all this fucking traffic noise and all the neighbor noise. I'm sorry.
No, even with a couple acres around you, if you had a loud Harley or something, I mean, those things make noise that go for miles. They're going to be loud.
Yeah, but not like when you're
not like in your living room,
40 feet away.
Yeah, well, your neighbor's right there next to you, so yeah, it's going to be loud from time to time.
Oh, yeah, my asshole in the backyard with that fucking hot rod. Dude, he's been trying to tune this thing for over a year, and it's still just blah, 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 blah.
Have you considered asking to help, and then let's finally get this done?
No, fucking, no. You don't understand. Unfortunately, me and this guy have a little bit of history because his kid started some shit with my kid, and then we tried to handle it like adults and walked over there and tried to talk to them. I let Mama Hawk do the talking and shit, and then this lady fucking like wanted to start a fight with Mama Hawk, and I was like, oh, that's a bad idea. She's gonna fuck you up.
2 words, Shadowhawk. Pepper spray. Just saying.
There's no pepper spray involved. Mama Hawk would have fucked this bitch up. So I immediately, tried to intervene and went, God, let's just, de-escalate all this bullshit. And then, of course, her old man wanted to try to start shit with me. So I just had to, kind of tell him where things kind of stood.
Squabbles.
Well, I know. I just told him he probably didn't want to do that with me. And he looked at me and went, yeah, I probably don't.
Jonas throwing some aspersions your way, saying Shadow's going to come out of the closet every day.
Oh, yes. No, actually, I'll be going into the closet for the stream. Well, I'll come out after the stream, I guess.
I've got to find my big scissors. That's just all there is to it. And Shadowhawk, I'm in the process of putting together your box. I just have to. There's certain things that I want to go in the box.
Well, thank God, because my transition won't be complete without it.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm getting told I'm coming out of the closet, all kinds of things. Why not? I'm going with it.
Well, they got strap-on peens, I noticed, that they're offering. It's debauchery, man. I mean, the way
what the hell would I do with a second peen?
Oh, you don't need one. Well, you can play unicorn.
Put it on my head. All right.
I'm turning red. Now you can see me. Can you see me now?
Yeah. Come here, baby. Oh, anyway. I'm not into the furry stuff.
Not into furries? Okay.
No.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. Now, one that Dr. Mass did post that I do have in my collection, although it's not in the best of shape, is this. I've shown you this.
Fucking wild.
About this. Reptilosaurus, the Terrible. That was a movie and a comic book from Charlton.
Really?
Yeah, remember Reptilosaurus?
I remember I remember Reptilicus. I don't remember Reptilosaurus.
And Charlton, around this time in the early 60s, also did Gorgo comic, and Steve Ditko did a lot of work on Gorgo. And
right,
then there was,
but it wasn't Reptilosaurus, right? Do you not remember that?
Reptilosaurus was a movie.
No, it was the movie was Reptilicus.
Okay, with the snake-like body. This was the same thing.
Why? Well, it's not spelled the same.
Okay.
Well,
I never compared it to the movie. I just thought it was another movie project. And then there's a giant gorilla also that they had, but I can't remember the name of that title from Charlton.
Oh, I have no idea.
But Ditko did a lot of those as well. You know, he worked.
Well, you know, gorillas sell, brother.
And that's when it was, you know, before the price break. It says still 10 cents on it. Plus, it's a UFO.
Still 10 cents.
Can you imagine? Some people probably fainted from the just from the price upkeep, you know. we both need, Shadowhawk, we both need to get that book that Texas Dave got, because I'm sure this is probably in it, that has all the 70s.
Oh, dude, that would look freaking awesome under my black light.
I know, right?
Wow. Yeah, I need that one. I need that one. Black Bolt's cool, man. I always like Black Bolt.
You know, you used to be able to get the flock, the flock posters or posters colored like this at carnivals or fairs. Have you been to your local fair, Shadowhawk? I totally skipped mine.
Let's see. Oh, hold on. Sorry, so my wife decided to call. Yeah, we just had ours in the 3rd week of August. Yeah, you can't really get cool blacklight posters at the fair anymore. You can get cheap ass bullshit posters.
Well, a lot of times they were cool, but they were on thin paper, you know.
Yeah,
because they were prizes at games and stuff.
Well, you just got to put them in one of those really cheap little poster frames. You know, it's just a couple pieces of plexiglass, and then Just tape the seams so it don't come apart, because they will come apart.
Do you get a trick-or-treaters at your house?
It's weird, man. I mean, we decorate every year. We try to welcome them, but we just don't get them. We're not in a good, like, they seem to be drawn to other areas of town.
Now, I know I posted a lot of stuff. I spent a lot of time today posting a bunch of stuff, and it's not on here. What the hell? Dude, I wonder if you post a bunch of stuff, or will it show up later? I wonder if you post a bunch of stuff from like one site, if they're like, no, you can't do that, repost. I would think that you could repost as much as you want.
What are you trying to, like?
Oh, I was just trying to look at
things off of one site. I don't know.
Well, Dr. Mask is coming on tomorrow, and I was taking a lot of the Golden Age comics that he put up there, and I thought we might talk about them. Smoking Wraith in the house, and woo, pig suey.
Smoking.
Which is a thing. Mm-hmm. But then I go to look on Twitter, and I don't know, couple hours of reposting is not up there. That's happened to me before. I feel like I've just wasted my time if it's not going to repost up on my site.
You have offended the Twitter guy.
Where I can, apparently.
Rex, what have you done?
Yeah, you know.
That sucketh.
Yeah, it sucks.
I don't know, dude.
Even the broadcast today doesn't. Usually, it has a screen up there where you can see it. Now it just has a link. It's like, well, I don't know what's going on.
Really?
Yeah.
The fuck is this? Yeah, I have no idea, bro.
I don't either. I don't know what's going on because I posted them.
Well, I can't really bounce back and forth between the two to check them because I will get kicked. So.
Right. I got you. Yeah, I don't know. I did post some things from, yesterday, and they did post. You want to see the world's oldest surviving condom from 1640?
The world's oldest what?
Condom. It's still complete.
That's what I thought you said.
Was part of an exhibit devoted to the cultural history of sex at the museum in Austin back in 2006. The exhibit also included a condom from 1813 that was made out of pig intestines and was designed to be reusable. Oh gosh. It was accompanied with a user manual written in Latin that recommended the user dip it in warm milk to avoid diseases when sleeping with prostitutes. Wow. I could read on, but I'm embarrassed now. The world's oldest condom, apparently.
The world's oldest condom, the world's first condom, and it was never used, just like most of them aren't. Jeez, they're the most worst.
I don't know what it's made out of. They don't say.
Condoms are the most useless things in the world. I mean, I guess they might protect you from disease, but if you're picking your partners that are that low quality that you've got to worry about all kinds of fucked up diseases, then I feel bad for you.
Lorenzo. He says you turn it upside down and shake the fuck out of it.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't
Let's
think that
run that bitch through the dishwasher, dude. It's all right. Oh wait, they didn't have dishwashers in 13.
Carrie says, and this is right here, folks, is why you should never eat just before or during the 4 o'clock shadow.
I love you, Carrie.
Oh, me.
That's awesome. Yeah. We make no guarantees on the 4 o'clock shadow. Anything can and probably will pop up at some point. Oh, look at there. Howdy, buddy.
While some may find this to be bizarre, it was a huge improvement over the recommendation provided by ancient Egyptians, which was to use crocodile dung.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, that probably caused some problems. Right?
Well, how about just going? I mean, I don't even want to go try to collect crocodile dung. You're gonna have to get far too close to a crocodile.
They had slaves to do that, and if you lost a slave, just send another.
No,
you know.
All right. Well, shit. You got slaves.
Well, I mean,
that doesn't make it okay, right? What's wrong with you? All right.
Cecil and John Malin are always talking about Egyptian slave mummies or something.
Disavowed. Those are little slave mummies. They're not like real. They're little clay representations of slaves in the afterlife. Not like actual slaves.
I just wonder how far back, condoms were really used, because they were probably used for a century before.
Well, dude, that was my whole point. It doesn't matter how far they go back. They have always been more unused than used. I don't care what brand it was.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's one. I mean, you needed to have children to work the farms. I mean, large.
Back in the day, the army junk, dude. That was that seems more. It was going into battle, son. Here, put this chainmail condom on. It will protect your penis.
Well, you had chastity belts, right, for women.
Oh, dude. Oh, okay. Can we please let's just change the subject or get into shit that.
I can't. You drilled a couple of holes in my forehead with your eye stare, and it's affected me today.
Okay, hold on. I'll fix it for you.
You were referring to an old joke about reusable condoms. I don't know until now it was.
You pansy little girl. Look, I'm looking the other way.
Oh, okay. Oh, call me a pansy little girl. Really? England still uses sheep-stomach condoms? Really?
Took you a second. Yeah, dude. There's certain countries that still use fucking lamb intestines or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah. It's supposed to be more natural, Rex. But,
yeah, I got it. I get it. That, or you can make a hot dog or sausage, right? I mean, that's what the casings are for hot dogs, right?
Again, if you're in a relationship where you feel the need that you have to use a condom, I feel bad for you. I'm glad I've never had to do that.
Look at that. If Alex Ross was back in the early 60s, how he would have done it. Shoot, yeah. Shadow performed an Ice Cube lobotomy on Max.
Where?
Yeah.
What?
Ice Cube lobotomy. Wow. Where does he come up with this stuff?
Dude, I don't know. But cracks me up every time.
Shadowhawk, you just seem like you need a hug today.
Really? Why?
I'm just showing some Corbin artwork here.
No, I was looking at the chat. Sorry, I get it now. Yeah. You're funny, Rex. Funny guy.
Well, he said Ice Cube
How am I
lobotomy,
funny,
so
Rex?
I thought abominable snowman.
Ice Cube lobotomy is the perfect way to do it. No evidence. How did this hole get here? We don't know.
Here you go. Here's a comic for Halloween. I think this is the first appearance of Tigra. Giant-sized creatures featuring Werewolf by Night. And Tigra, the Werewoman.
Yeah, it might very well be. I do have her first, I believe it's a Marvel premiere.
Yeah.
Comic book featuring Tigra. And then there's a backstory with Red Wolf and Lobo.
Tigra wore the first Hellcat suit, right? She wore the Hellcat suit. She was just called the Cat in the early 70s.
Right, yeah. No, you filled me in on this.
And then
cool
she became
history,
Tigra,
so
and then Patsy Walker, that used to be in the old Marvel romance comics, took the suit and joined the Avengers.
Now,
I love the Hellcat.
Was all the power in the suit? Is that?
Well, the suit, which was pretty cool because she could shoot these claws out, and they would have cables. Now, where the cables were hidden, I don't know. But it was a cool concept. Yeah, I think the suit gives her, some powers. Because how do you make the jump from?
Can you hear me, Rex?
Romance? Yes. How do you make?
Okay, how do I sound?
Better than ever. Now you're out of the tin can.
Oh fuck! I'm not using the earphones anymore then, because they just died. Now you say I sound better.
You do. You sound near perfect.
All right, I'm gonna leave it alone.
And with the earbuds in, I was getting a little bit of after, not bad, but
well, say something. I'll try to fix it, you goofball.
Well, it wasn't enough to. It really wasn't as bad as it, when you were first trying. But yeah, without the earbuds.
Lorenzo says I sound better than you, Rex. Now just hush.
I talked about Evicus. I hope I never say his name right, but here's his logo for Screecher. All hand drawn. Supposed to be like an owl type character, Screecher.
Yeah, okay.
He's done some work on Cyberfrog for the logos and stuff.
Now, who is this?
Evic. Let's see if I can say his name right. It has an X. Evicus.
Xevious.
Thank you. Xevious.
Yeah. Yes, that's Xevious. Okay. Yeah. I know Xevious, dude. Yeah, he's fucking amazing.
Yeah. And Black Phantom, check this out. This is not Black Phantom. Check that out. That's the villain goes up against. Tank Ferret sending me a notice saying hopefully he'll get the commissions done today. Oh, I should have something in the mail from Jeremy Burt's there pretty soon. A drawing from him.
Hail Lorenzo, if I didn't get a chance to say it.
Tank says, I'm on that way to recovery. Hopefully all is well to get some work done today. So.
Hail, Tank. Hope you're feeling better, my friend.
What did we say Dan's last name was? Dala? D-A-H-L?
Dahl. D-A-H-L. Dahl.
Okay, Dan Dahl. Okay,
I'm not sure how. I think it's Dahl.
Okay. He's going to have to look at his schedule. I just told him to pick a day and time, and it's yours. that seems to blow some people's mind, Shadow. They're like they want you to be very specific so that they can say, "No, I can't do that." But I say, "Any time is yours," and they, I don't know. It blows their minds when you say, "I'm willing to have you on any time, day or night." Often they don't get back with you. You know. It's too
Oh, dude, a
open-ended.
lot of times when I tell people, they ask me, like, well, how often do you stream? Where can I find you? I'm like, dude, every day, 7 days a week, 4 o'clock. And they,
Yeah.
like, look at me all crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, what? So, like, every day? Yeah, that's 7 days, 4 o'clock Central Standard Time, pretty
You
much.
like Mad Magazine? Here's Jack Davis, Mad Monster reunion. I think that was actually animated feature back in the 60s.
That's not the one where they all show up at the castle and they're doing the monster mash and everything, is it?
It
Yeah,
might be.
Phyllis
I'm
Diller
not sure.
does the voice, and
Mm-hmm.
you remember what? Or that was just called Monster Mash, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah. Was that was a Rankin Bass one, wasn't it, with the puppets?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was an all Rankin Bass. And then recently, whatchamacallit, Adam Sandberger, whatever his name is, did the Dracula movies that are very reminiscent of the old Rankin and Bass. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Lorenzo says Shadowhawk sounds better than Rex.
Yeah, I mean, that's normal.
I'm just kick my.
The name Screecher has piqued Lorenzo's curiosity.
Yeah.
Rex, do you have any artwork from the comic or the?
Let's see. I'm not sure. It's on Twitter. It looks like a manga style. I mean, no, I don't. I mean, this is just in the works. He's just done the logo for him. I cannot message that guy, or I would get him on. But maybe
Rex is
through.
being a bitch.
No, I'm just being difficult.
You know I'm messing with you, bro.
Yeah, mess with you. Anyway, yeah, I'm really sorry that things didn't post. That really sucks. But I'll get over it. I don't know if you heard, um, Shadowhawk, but I finally got a text from work, and it said, "Have a great winter. The season is officially over, and you're out of a job. So go get unemployment. You you scum sucking loafer." There's some Robert Geronimo werewolf for you. One of his sketch cards. He's been doing sketch cards all this month. Streaming and working on sketch cards, which are all printed up. The Blood Realm cards he had printed up. That's that, along with the charter member cards. That's what I'm going to have my printer work on next. Is print out charter member cards.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up.
Or to print out some official Momentum Comics.
Roll back
cards.
on this car wash. Who is this?
That's Robert Geronimo. He does a Blood Realm.
Oh, yeah. This is Blood Realm?
Well, every night he's been streaming and doing a sketch card, and this is the one he did last night.
Damn.
Werewolf. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Pretty cool, huh?
I'm sure it's gone by now.
Well, now some he's been commissioned to do. He was working on a Count Orlick the other night, and that was already taken by some. That was for somebody. So
wow, that was badass. Yeah, Geronimo's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you guys, look out for the guy, Rod.
See, He'll pencil it in.
I can't think of his last name.
He'll pencil it in ahead of time, and then when he has this much done, and then he'll just start sort of inking and painting over it, whiting it, because he sticks with the black, white, and red motif. And,
it's fucking sweet.
So it goes from this to what you just saw. And you can see the border there. Sometimes he'll white out the border, if he has to like put an elbow there or something.
Oh, dude, yeah. I've even got one of his little limited edition, the sisters,
You are correct, sir.
The supernatural, like, nuns that are in there. I got one of the limited edition little handmade figures he did.
You know what my thumbnail was from yesterday's stream? Me doing this. Thumbs up. I loved it. I said, shit. Yes! Finally got it in there. I just picks them at random. I don't know why.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm going to hit my buddy up and get permission from him to tell that story in an
You need to publish that story.
We'll tell it on air one day.
Mm-hmm.
But I guarantee you my buddy will be like, yeah, go ahead. I don't give a fuck. He'll go ahead and tell it.
They probably wouldn't, yeah.
I don't want to do it without asking him first.
I always love this cover. Of course, I love the Gladiator going up against Spidey and Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man 77. Where he's
dude, I love those wrist plates. He was so cool then.
Yeah, I mean, he's ripping the logo, the Ditko box, the band, the Marvel Comics group banner.
No, look, he chopped everything up trying to get Spidey, did.
Yeah. And it was Frank Miller when he brought him into Daredevil that I first knew about Gladiator. And Gladiator goes way back, bro. Back in the early 70s.
He's been around for a minute.
Yeah. But that was, that was one of the few Frank Millers that I bought. That was Al Milgrom there. He did a lot of those Peter Parker covers.
There's another guy that did a lot of stuff, but don't get a lot of, love. It was Al Milgrom, dude. He did a lot of stuff.
Oh, he did a bunch. He's very prolific. I'm surprised.
Yeah, but he don't get a lot of love, dude. You know what I mean? It's like he was out there just churning away, pumping out stuff.
With Cyberfrog
you don't hear people talk about him.
With Cyberfrog out there and Frog G and other Frog properties, Battletoads and stuff, there's no Turtle, is there? Is there a good Turtle property?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are still going.
Well, yeah.
As far as I know.
Yeah, but I mean in the indie scene. I'm surprised nobody's hit the Turtle thing up.
Oh, yeah, I have no idea on that part.
You'd have to make it look differently than the Ninja Turtles for sure. I don't know what your angle would be, but it seems like a turtle would be, because people like reptiles, right? Don't tell the
I don't know.
Said that. You don't know if people like reptiles?
I'm not. All right, never mind. I'm not going to get into it right now.
Okay. This is Boris.
I heard some weird shit last night on the internet.
Do lizards wear condoms? I wonder.
Fuck. I'm going to have to mute for a minute. I got too much noise here.
Okay. The
neighbors got the grass company just stopped by to cut their lawn, and I'll be back.
Okay. I don't think I can hear it. You might be able to hear it, but I can't. I totally agree with that statement, Lorenzo. That is, it's scary, and you see the stills. I'm sure you've probably seen the still of him just sitting there. looks creepy as heck, man. And we're fortunate that there were some copies of that survive, because Bram Stoker's wife sued to, for the have every copy of it burned. They burned most of the copies of it. But yeah, German Expressionism, just a creepy movie using light and shadow in Nosferatu. I always have trouble saying that, I guess because it's German. Hell Hydra and all that, there you go. Cordras t-shirts are in. There's Andy Smith looking dapper in his Cordraft, and Dennis had the other design on. Yeah, almost all copies were destroyed. Yeah, and I'm sure they made copies from copies, back then. And then that's back in the day when it was on nitrate film that could, had a shelf life and could be destroyed, highly flammable. That early film is highly flammable. Yeah, here's one of those Steve Ditko. This almost looks like a mock-up from the colors. I don't even know if this is, because I don't have this one in my collection, but there's your Gorgo Charlton book, and it says Steel 10 cents on there. I'm unfamiliar with this. It's probably a real Ditko cover, that came out. They were pretty simple. Gorgo. It looks like he's destroying the United Nations building there.
Hey Rex, look this one up and see if it's available. I'm just teasing.
Well, I'm wondering if this is a real, if this is real. I think it is. I think this is probably it's the colors throwing me off. It almost looks watercolored. I don't even see an issue number on this anywhere.
I don't. 10 cents? No, that Gorgo wouldn't have been 10 cents in 19. What was it?
Yep.
62, 61.
Early 60s. Yeah. Let me look up Return of Gorgo.
Wow. Maybe, dude. Shit. Yeah. All right. Look it up. Now I'm going Apex on you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up on eBay, because eBay will have it if they.
Yeah. See if anybody even has it on eBay. All right, I gotta get back inside this. Hold on.
Comics that don't give you an issue number. Oh hell! Very first one comes up. Not issue 31.
Issue 31. Wait a minute. What's the name of the title?
So where this image here has Steel 10 cents, apparently. It says number 31, $5. Okay, so this must be a reprint of that issue. Return of Gorgo 2020. Full color, all Ditko. Cool. I'll put that on my watch.
Really?
Yeah.
But this isn't the original print. It's a reprint.
No, it's not the original print, but number 31.
All right, well, what's an original print? That's what I want to know.
Well, all right, let me put 31 in there and see if that, and narrow the search down and see if yeah, number Famous Comics came out with that. Okay, Gorgo number 2. I can show you Gorgo. Well,
that couldn't be number. There was Gorgo number 31. That means it was going for almost 3 years.
Oh, let's see. Let's see. Ooh.
Or was that a different title, number 31, just featuring Gorgo?
Well, they put a 31 on there. I don't know why. Okay. All right. Let me Charlton. CHAR. Right. Return of Gorgo number 3, or 3 issues. Lot of 3 books. Here's number 3. There's number 3. And then you got the reprint book from 20. I don't think it ran that many issues. Seems like everybody's got 3s on here. Here's a 5.5 graded by 3. There probably wasn't that many that came out. Wow, it's all 3. And a 2.
Yeah. What are we looking at price-wise?
A Gorgo number 23. Okay, so this is just Gorgo. It's not Return of Gorgo. Last issue, 1965, number 23. So it ran for 23 issues. It's got a bad glare. Yeah. All right, let me take this one down. Bring that one up. So here's the last issue of Gorgo. Just the main title, not Return of Gorgo. I don't know. Was there a movie called Return of Gorgo?
I don't know, dude. Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah. Look at that. $64.99. No way, folks. No
really?
Way. Yeah, well, you can ask whatever you want. You can ask whatever you want. Gorgo's looking a little different there.
Way different.
Looks like Gator Man. What the hell? Showing you all the stuff on the sides, damage or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I had no idea that Gorgo had a comic book that ran, 23 issues on the original run?
Yep.
Wow. Hell, Timothy, what's up, buddy? Melvin in the house.
Reptile Transition. Yep. Oh, that's cool. There is a Crittenden, I think that's how you say that, right? And Janus has been doing films for a long time, with the Janus, isn't it the double-headed Janus, symbol? I know what you mean. But the Crittenden collection, they actually have
it's a Criterion,
streaming service. Yeah. They actually have a streaming service.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. I might even have the link for that if anybody's interested. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely one, if not the most scariest movie, a vampire movie. I mean, and then Salem's Lot, really, the actor that, reenacted that character. I mean, he was supposed to look more like Rat, like Pestilence after war, very rat-like with the ears and the teeth. Not your sexy vampire, but horrific looking, really.
All right, well, hey fellas, I'm gonna have to call it. I gotta get dinner going for the girls. So, is anybody out there? Do you want to grab a co-host before I jet out of here, Rex? Or are you good?
Oh, I could send Smoking Right the link. He might want to come on.
All right. Well, I hate to leave you before 2 hours.
I don't know if he's home. Let's see. Here he is right here. He sent me a picture today. Would you like to see the picture he sent me? He said, got my fourth small...
Have a good night, buddy.
Smoking Right says, got my fourth small engine job going.
Bite me, Smoking.
Clean out.
Get some kids, man. Get some responsibility, you hippie freak.
Wow. Always excuses with Shadow. Okay.
Yeah.
That was the picture he sent me earlier. So he says, thank God he got this small engine job. See you, Eric. Oh. All
right, fellas. I gotta go. Love you guys.
Gotta go. All right.
Rex,
what's for dinner? What's for dinner?
We're doing enchiladas.
Oh, enchiladas. Do you still have some of those tamales that she made in the freezer?
No, those got massacred.
Those got consumed. Yeah, you were going, even leftovers. I hate so many of them.
Yeah. No, dude, my 13-year-old, she ate
didn't let you.
She ate half of them. The rest of us, the other 3 of us, ate the rest.
That's all young children do is eat. Hadn't you figured that out?
I swear, dude, she's got 2 hollow legs and like fucking, she's missing a kidney or something because she's just packing food.
Move that kidney over for more stomach space. I swear, I think kids.
She's built like a bovine. She's got 4 stomachs.
4 stomachs. I know, right? I know.
All right, you guys. I love y'all. We'll see you later. Rex, probably catch you over on Topic Lips later if you're gonna be over there.
Oh, it is Tuesday. Thanks for reminding me.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, wait. Somebody just popped in the chat before I go.
Okay.
Oh, it's Smoking. All right, later, Smoking. You know I'm just fucking with you, buddy. Get a job, you hippie. Love
you. Coming in here Love you guys. Or you want to stay out in the chat? If we end the show, it'll be your fault. Just saying. Yeah, I need to make myself a note. Topic list. Usually I don't have to, but it's Tuesday already. Be drawing and inking over there tonight, which is good. Maybe in the meantime, I can find that early page of clown artwork so that I can see how I had his suspenders divided up. It's not a big thing. And like I said in the Grave Tale story, Doc in plain black suspenders. I could probably just put something in their lines and whatnot. I wasn't totally happy with the collar here. But it's going to be shot down, trading card size. So a lot of this detail might not, and it's going to be cut in color. So he won't be around for long. Oh, welcome. Pig Suey. Smoking
Razorbacks.
Squeal, pig. Squeal. What's going on with you besides small engine repair?
Today was a day of fixing all kinds of stuff. I was tinkering with my grandpa in the shop, and we fixed the auger that hooks up to the tractor. We fixed the bandsaw so we can cut metal.
Yeah.
I got that pressure washer running. I got the 80 running. Yeah.
You have a wet dry vac?
Yeah, we do.
I'd like to get a good wet dry vac, a good one, because there's all range. I mean, I had a friend that had one that was her wet dry vac was $1,500.
Oh wow!
A couple times I smoked it up in my apartment, and if that smoke had gotten out, they probably would have called the fire department. And actually, there was a fire that I caught. Fortunately, somehow, right there by the hot water heater in the bathroom. It could have burned the whole building down.
Yeah.
But it was only me and one other guy in the whole building, because I rented most of downstairs and most of upstairs. Building was built in late 1800s, and then it had an addition put on the back of it in 1912. There's a tattoo shop in the bottom of it where when I was a small kid, they had a barber shop.
Late 1800s? That's a pretty old building.
Yeah, it was. Still standing. they wanted to tear it down, but they didn't. They didn't due to the owner. They didn't want to give. And in fact, it looks pretty bad from the outside, and people eat down there. And one time when I lived there, they knocked on my door, and once they saw it had an occupant in there, they was like, "Yeah, because they were probably going, we need to condemn this building, and have it torn down." They've done very little, with it over the years. I'd like to buy it. I'd still like to buy it, but they probably want way too much for it now. Unless you've got a. He probably want about way overpriced, really, way overpriced. 300 and something thousand.
Oh wow,
probably. It's crazy. It's made with sort of what they call pumpkin brick, but I mean, it's little over 100 feet, yards or feet, whatever, from the tracks, the train tracks. Trains come by there, so it's gotten vibration for a long time, and it's got. I don't know about the insulation on it anymore because it's kind of been remodeled, and even remodeled after I moved out, and I lived there for 8 years. That's where I moved from here to this house, and I've lived here for about a decade. I forget the year. I think I'm remembering 2011 is when I moved out of there. I'm not sure. I liked it because it was the closest thing to a New York loft because, I was doing eBay business and I had all my collectibles and stuff downstairs, and then I lived upstairs. It was so, if I'd love to have my business downstairs and live upstairs.
See, I like that.
That's the best of both worlds. Of course, as you get older, you don't want to climb those stairs. Man,
that's true.
That old building had stairs this wide, man. They were long, big steps.
Well, you got to remember, there were no obese people 100 years ago. They could all fit through those stairs.
Have you seen art like Rubens?
Come on, they're very, very few.
Have you seen? I can show you an image of a Vova figure that's fertility, and she's fat. Fat women were revered as being sexually virulent.
Those were in like indigenous places where all the food that they gathered, they gave to the queen, so she was the only one that ate. You know what I mean? It's just
right. I guess you're saying all the other women were lean and homely.
I'm saying that everyone in the tribe was probably just sticks compared to the queen.
Yeah.
That was their tax. Like their tax was donating 90% of the food.
Probably.
I mean, to get that big back then, I mean, come on. You got to eat a lot of food to get that big back then.
Yeah, you do. And be pretty...
They didn't have all the weird fats and grease that we do now. I mean,
you had to be pretty settled, Yeah.
Yeah. Not much physical movement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Typical rich people.
I don't have this book in my collection, but I need it in my life. The Deep. Have you seen the movie The Deep?
I'm pretty sure I have. Yeah.
There's an early 80s Marvel movie special. They would do those movie specials for a while, like Flash Gordon and movies that came out early. The Deep. That's a cool cover, isn't it?
I like it. I bet you I know who else would like it too. Ryan.
Yeah. Yeah, I send him a lot of underwater stuff, like if there's bioluminescent creatures or
good ideas to bounce off of.
Or octopus or squid or something, for inspiration.
Oh, The Deep, 1977. I don't think I've seen this.
Oh, 77. So that might have been the late 70s, and just the 60 cents threw me off. I was thinking.
It's got Nick Nolte and Jacqueline Bisset.
That's right. Where she gets, her arm gets pulled up.
Yeah, I'm watching the little trailer thing. It's
we looked
super weird.
Yeah, we looked at that trailer not too long ago.
Nick Nolte still looks good. A man's
the
man.
Granite Beast catches King Cryptid. King Cryptid #2. That's cool. From Peter Samedi. Granite Beast giving him a good right hook.
Oh, yeah. Crack.
I'm glad to see that, this, having like King Cryptid, that Peter's drawing more.
Yeah. Keeps him involved.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a good artist, I mean, from what I've seen, I've only seen, small things by him. Wow, a royal flycatcher. Would you like to see what a royal flycatcher looks like?
Oh, please.
You ever seen a royal? I don't think I've ever seen a royal flycatcher.
Well, it depends. Are you saying roll or rural?
Royal.
Oh, royal. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Wonder if that's the male or the female. This
Well,
is a bird being held prisoner. She has a tight clamp on those feet.
Yeah, she does, doesn't she?
Like, when are you going to let me go? Biatch. Nice coloring, though.
Yeah, that's a beautiful bird. If I had to guess, I'd say that's the boy, the male.
That looks more like yellow. You're probably right, but that was our school colors, blue and gold.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Interesting looking bird.
That is a good looking bird. Let's see. High school mascots.
Dancing.
We were blue and white, I think. Blue and white.
Blue and white.
We were the Mountaineers. Yeah, the Rogers Mountaineers. So our mascot was a guy with a corncob pipe and overalls and a hat or whatever. The old hillbilly.
I have a small little corncob. I have a small corncob pipe. Very small. They make the little T90 ones.
Oh, yeah.
I think I picked it up at the liquor store.
Yeah, I think I got mine at the tobacco shop. Yeah.
Now this Devil Flyer #6 is going to have a distressed cover, a back cover, I should say. This one's really been distressed to make it look like an old comic.
Oh, yeah.
Thing. Got the corner turned down and chips and breakage of color, and
it looks great.
Looks great.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, but I like the artwork, but I mean, I think they went too much on invasiveness. It's too distracting with the distressing.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't mind lines going across, but yeah, the folded down corner, and I don't know. I think they even drew two tiny eyes in Spidey's like it's been written on. Little dots in his eyes.
I guess they did, didn't they?
Yeah.
I wonder if they just poked holes, poke holes.
I don't know who the artist is on this, but it's cool.
Yeah, it looks good.
And that's a direct copy because it has the diamond up there and the Spidey in the box. It has no barcode. It's not.
You talking about that diamond in the top left?
Yeah, the diamond.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. Where the price is,
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know who the artist is on that, but they didn't give him much of a waist. He's top heavy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a little bit. He's jacked.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'd say he's jacked. I mean, take a second look at that, man. I mean, there's no legs to speak
That's like
of compared.
That was like Stallone when he played Rambo,
Yeah, maybe.
Tiny little toothpick legs, jacked upper half.
Yeah, now Stallone, he really did buff up. They probably did steroids, right?
Oh,
to
yeah.
Get that way.
It also depends on kind of how fast they wanted to get there too. Because, I mean, Stallone specifically, like he's kind of like a Hugh Jackman, right? Like It's basically the diet of almost no fat, so that the skin just gets real tight on the muscles and it makes you look super ripped.
Have you seen any of these
necessarily
chicks?
Steroids?
Have you seen any of these chicks that have a small waist and big thick legs and the manga style looking bodies?
It's kind of weird. I don't know.
It is weird, but I've not seen one out in the wild, but I see them on Twitter all the time, posting pictures.
Okay, I think I may have seen one in the wild, kind of a feral version.
I think I'd probably have to shoot it and stuff it.
Yeah, put it on your wall.
Yeah.
Be like, I got Sasquatch.
All right, I'll leave you with a creepy image. Here's Bernie Wrightson.
Ooh.
Creepy image for Halloween. Do you get trick or treat or smoking right? Probably not. You're isolated, right?
Yeah, we don't get many.
Yeah,
we might get a couple people on golf carts with their kids or something riding around that.
I'm
make
surprised
it out
you get anybody with that sign that you have in your yard.
What? No trespassing? Or violators will be shot on sight.
No, everybody has a no trespassing. It's easy. I forget what I was going to say.
Oh, you mean the sign that says no slow children? So I don't like, retarded kids running around.
Yeah. Now, I know one lady that's got big ears. Isn't that incredible?
Wow.
Big elephant ears? How big they can grow?
I didn't know that they got that big.
Yeah. You can make a blanket out of that thing.
What is this? She in the rainforest or something?
I guess. I'm not sure where she is. Maybe Honduras or Nicaragua or somewhere. I don't know, but certain species, I guess, can get pretty big.
Good Lord.
Yeah. It just said giant.
I wonder if you
giant leaves of the ear plant.
I wonder if you dried them out, you could use them to roll cigars.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know if it'd be smokable, if it would be toxic or I don't know.
There's only one way to find out.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I would take one of those unshapely women over these bodybuilders that look, when you lift weights, you strain and they have these, deep, they look like a man in the face.
Yeah.
Because they've been working out so much.
Yeah, they almost square up,
and their body looks like it's made out of granite, Well,
yeah, they lose the curve and it turns into like hard edge,
Yeah. It's not appealing to me.
No, I'm not a big fan. Yeah.
But the thing that really throws me off is the face starts looking thin and gaunt, and often like right in here you get a lot of deep marks, because you've been if you lift weights you just kind of look a little gamey.
Yeah, they start looking like feminine men.
Yeah, I want a woman that looks feminine. Come on.
Yeah.
With the curves.
Yeah, if you had a woman like that, I'd be possibly convinced that you were kind of halfway in the closet, She's like a beard. I don't even
know what that means. But
you don't want to admit you're gay, so you just want a chick that looks like a dude. You know what I mean?
Smoke.
Like a beard.
Smoke. I can say this. I've never considered being gay in my life.
I'm with you there.
Been married and divorced twice. Now that doesn't mean I couldn't switch tomorrow, but I don't see it ever happening.
You're probably not gonna.
Hell no. Who wants the wrath of God on their life? Oh, did I say that?
You should. We need more of it.
Yeah. Well,
get these kids in line.
Yeah.
Put your foot down.
Yeah. What you want to do is what you want to do. That's fine. You just go do it. That's
well, aren't we supposed to judge with righteousness or something like that?
Yes. Ask your grandfather. He's old enough. He's in his 90s. He'll tell
you. Well, he doesn't like to really argue with me about this stuff because I'm really good at debating.
You're right.
So then I always find little loopholes, and I'm like, well, what if this or what if this? And he's like, listen. This is how it is. If you don't like it, you need to go pray about it, and you'll figure it out. That's what he.
There you go. That's the default right there.
Yeah.
That gets you out of his hair. He does have hair, right?
Yeah, nice full head actually. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Yeah, my father had full head of hair. I mean, it was thinning, but it was, but it still had the color in it. He, before he died, he had a little bit of graying temples, and that was it.
Yeah, that's kind of like my grandpa. He's just, kind of has gray sprinkled around like salt. Yeah, Timothy Olsen, we're all about the clam and not about the geoduck. Or maybe the gooey duck. Yeah,
you're just too hip for me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I sometimes wonder if you're from Arkansas.
Mm.
Yeah, we're gonna, you're gonna have to come on here, and we're gonna have to get deep into Tolkien, I guess, because I don't know anything about Tolkien, but you do. I'm sure you could go into all the different characters and lore, and I guess I could head it off, and we could talk like the animated Ralph Bakshi,
Yeah, incorporate something that you know.
Yeah, incorporate something I do know a little bit about,
Yeah.
Hobbit, Return of the King, and all that.
I was looking up the comics that they made back in, I think, the late 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Like The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, they did comic series. Those things are expensive.
Oh yeah, and they're not the only ones. Eclipse Comics, you might look into that. Look under Eclipse Comics. They did a Hobbit series or something as well, and they were like prestige format. Not too thick. Kind of a nice series.
Well, I read a few pages. That's pretty succinct.
Well, that's what I like about comics, is it's a visual medium. It's sequential artwork where you get I need the visuals with the words. But then if it gets too wordy, you've lost me. It really has to be. And then I probably the few books that I've read, I really enjoyed the Sergeant York autobiography, because he lived such an interesting life.
Who?
And it talked about him fighting in World War I, and of course he was the most decorated serviceman of World War I. And the Gary Cooper movie did not do. The book was much more interesting than the movie. That was called Sergeant York. Much, much, much more interesting.
Timothy Olsen asked, was it Eclipse that did an adaptation of Zelda?
What, Zelda, the gaming thing? That was Valiant. I know Valiant did a Zelda. Early Valiant, because they got into Super Mario and Zelda and all their early comics before they started their superhero line was all that. And that was a big mistake, but that was and that wasn't Jim Shooter's fault. They put a lot of money in there, and nobody bought the comics to these, and they paid a big licensing fee to be able to. But now I think those are a good investment. I do think that those early Valiants are a good investment, and I've been trying to slowly but surely collect them, although I don't care to, it's more of an investment for me. It's not a thing I want to keep, but I do think that they will go up in price, especially high grade copies of them. Anyway, on that note, Smoking Wraith.
On that note,
since I'm going to do topic list tonight, and I've still got some other things to do today.
Yeah, so do I. I got to go bury a raccoon.
Do you really?
Yeah, we shot another one today. Got caught in the trap.
Okay.
And my cousin is being lazy.
So that's kind of a catch and release trap. But you think they're just going to come back?
Well, they do. We when we first started, to catch
you can
them.
eat coon. I'm just saying you can skin him for the pelt.
Listen, my cousin that does all that stuff is too lazy and won't come over and make me a hat.
That's sad because I would like to have a good coon skin cat.
So would I? I'd go as Daniel
I
Boone
bet you
for
Mike
Halloween.
Barron would like one too.
I'd go as Daniel Boone for Halloween if I could.
Yeah. Time to die, raccoon.
Yeah.
Timothy Austin says. Time to die.
Time to put
That'd be a good James Bond. That'd be a good James Bond title. Time to die.
Time to die, raccoon.
I guess nobody's ever written the book. All right, on that laughter, bow for now. Keep collecting. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, we'll have a better show tomorrow.
Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper. Absolutely.